Hello, this is Michelle with Star Bright Mind. I am a certified hypnotherapist, and I just want to talk about why hypnotherapy is scary. I know a lot of people respond that way when I tell them I'm a hypnotherapist. That that's really interesting. I would love to do that, but I'm too afraid. And it's generally a fear of facing trauma that's happened in the past, of not knowing how you might react to facing that, of potentially revealing a part of yourself that you are ashamed of. And while those fears are totally valid and it's understandable that you might be afraid of those things, what is actually a lot scarier is living your life not connected with yourself, having parts of you existing within you that you don't want to be there and that live within you. Living your life contained in a space of familiarity can be somewhat comfortable because it's predictable, but it doesn't mean that that's the safest or best place for you to be. So, to get where you want to go, to see the results you want to see, to experience the healing you want to have, you need to inherently face a fear of that barrier, that box that you're in. You need to get outside of that. And that is your fear of knowing yourself. And at the end of the day, I mean, your life is your life, it's your experience, and all the things that happen outside of you are secondary to your relationship with yourself. Being afraid to look at what's going on inside of you is a fear of self, it's a fear of connecting to the self. And if you are not able to make that connection with yourself, then your life is missing the biggest component of it, which is you knowing you. And it kind of takes away from all that's going on around you. You can't fully, in your body, experience and enjoy the good things around you because there are parts of you that are limiting you, and you're just letting them sit there because you're afraid to look at them. And the thing is, when you look at them, they're never they're never as scary as they seem. And if you're afraid that you're going to reveal something about yourself, an experience you had you're ashamed of, or even a thought you're thinking that's shameful to you, once you speak it, you let it go, you let it out, you take away that power it has over you, creating all that resistance within you. You release that resistance. And so often you speak it, you hear it, you know yourself more, you see it from a new perspective. It's not as big and scary or shameful as you think it is or thought it was. So hypnotherapy really isn't anything to be afraid of. It's an opportunity for you to get to know you a little better, to find the parts of you that are functioning in a way that aren't supporting you, and to understand why they're doing that, and then to release them or give them a new job that you approve of, that supports what you want. So don't be afraid to face yourself, because when you face yourself, you know yourself more fully, and that allows you to more fully experience life. And again, the way out is through. So if you want to get here and you have a fear here, you're going to have to face that fear. And I think we've all had that experience where you have to do something and you're so scared to do it. The worst possible outcomes come to mind. You're just so afraid it's going to go badly. Half the time you can't even think of what the bad thing that might happen is. It's just this general sense of, I don't want to do it. It doesn't feel good. I'm scared. It's unfamiliar. And then you do the thing and it's so liberating and you feel so good and you're so proud of yourself because you've done something new and you've had a new experience and you did so much better than you thought you would do. And it's never as bad as you think it will be. And just remember that is an approach to take in pretty much every area of your life. Is if you want to grow, that inherently involves facing your fears. That doesn't mean you shouldn't be afraid or you can't be afraid. It's okay to feel fear. That is a very natural human feeling. We all feel it. It's just part of our human experience. But when you let fear control your actions and hold you back from growth, that fear really isn't serving you. We are meant to grow. We are meant to expand. We are meant to have new experiences. And if you don't allow yourself to do that because of fear, you aren't living the full life that you deserve to live. So, yes, fear exists as a warning that something may not be safe. That is an evolutionary reason that we experience fear. But in this day and age, so much of our fears are founded on fear of facing emotions, fear of facing self, fear of rejection is very common. That's probably the root of most of our fears. But we fear things that aren't real. We fear things that haven't happened or will probably never happen. And that's just taking away. It's taking away from your life. It's taking away from the present moment. And it's taking away from all the potential, this infinite potential you have beyond that fear. When you refuse to pass it, you're missing out on all those opportunities that exist beyond it. So if you're interested in hypnotherapy, just understand that it's not something to be feared. And if you fear it, that is okay, but you will come out knowing yourself better, understanding yourself and understanding the parts of you that created your issue, the parts of you that are doing the things in you that you don't like, that are making you feel anxious or sad or holding you back. You know, you get to understand those parts. You let them speak, and it's nothing to be embarrassed of or afraid of, because when you let them speak, you just connect more with yourself. You align more with who you are. You let go of the things that have been festering in you, but they aren't you. So you let those go. And then you just create so much more opportunity ahead of you for change and growth, because you've passed that fear and now there's more opportunity ahead of you. So I encourage you to just face your fears. And the more you do it, the less scary they become. The more you see them for what they are, as just a barrier that you face and overcome. And there's wonderful things on the other side every time. And if you want help doing that, I'm here for you completely. You can book a session with me or just ask questions. Fear is a wonderful opportunity for growth and to see how strong and courageous and capable you are. You never come out on the other side of fear being more afraid. You always emerge more free. So don't be afraid. And I hope you have a wonderful day.